You're watching the Book Reviewer with Cindy Brady, where we make hardcovers soft. Hello, audience, and welcome back to another episode of the Book Reviewer with your host Cindy, and I have another review to share. So, as you guys know, for a while, I've been doing the Chronicles of Narnia series. So, I have another review. This is the last book in the series. It's called The Last Battle by C.S. Lewis. And here is what it says. Narnia, where dwarfs are loyal and tough and strong, or are they? Where you must say goodbye and where the adventure begins again. The unicorn says that humans are brought to Narnia when the Narnia is stirred and upset. And Narnia is in trouble now. A false Aslan roams the land. Narnia's only hope is that Eustace and Jill, old friends to Narnia, will be able to find the true Aslan and restore peace to the land. Their task is a difficult one because, as the Centaur says, the stars never lie, but men and beasts do. Who is the real Aslan and who is the impostor? Will we be forced to bid farewell to Narnian forever? Enter this enchanted world countless times in the Chronicles of Narnia. So, this is a great book. This adventure starts off, and we meet an ape named Shift and a donkey named Puzzle. And these two animals set out, and Puzzle carries things on his back for Shift. An ape really can't carry that much in his arms without being able to swing or, do whatever. So they find a lion skin, and at first they think it should be buried. Then Shift gets this idea and sews the animal skin together for the donkey to wear. The donkey's name is Puzzle, if you'll remember. So Shift convinces him it's a good idea for Puzzle to wear this lion skin that has been sewn together for him. It's really big on him. And Puzzle is worried about Aslan coming in while he's pretending to be a lion. And so Shift isn't worried. And shortly after, Puzzle has this costume on. A great storm and a tremor similar to a small earthquake happens. And so Puzzle immediately says that it was a sign that he wasn't supposed to be wearing it. Shift says the opposite. He's like, "Oh, it's meant to be. It's okay. It's all right. It's fine." So Shift is being pretty mean to him. He's saying that he's smarter than a donkey, and that what does a donkey know about signs and things like this. So he's basically making fun of him. So there appears to be rumors of Aslan's return, but there are trees being cut down, and things aren't quite right there in Narnia. So they all go by the fact that Aslan is not a tame lion. This is what Mr. Tumnus says to Lucy at the end of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, when Lucy looks out and she sees Aslan walking on the beach. And Mr. Tumnus is like, "He's not a tame lion, He comes and goes," kind of thing. So they're not sure how Aslan can command some of these trees to be cut down and things like that. And all these destruction is not quite right. So Shift is pretending to be a man. Shift is the ape that's pretending to be a man. And Puzzle is forced to wear this lion costume made out of the skin. But the other animals aren't understanding why they can't just go talk to Aslan himself instead of having Shift, the ape, be the kind of go-between between the king and them. And Shift is being mean and demanding. He is like, okay, get me nuts, or you're gonna get it tomorrow night, or whatever the time frame was for that demand. So King Tyrrhenian, he's a new character. I initially thought that we had met him in one of the other books, but I was mistaken. So he calls out to Aslan to come help, or if not him, for someone else to help, kind of like a helper or a messenger. And so he calls out to the children of Narnia, and we meet again Jill Pole and Eustace Scrubb, which we meet in The Silver Chair, which was the last book I did. I'll put a link up in the cards so you can check that video out if you have not already. Chances are, if you've seen my series, you probably have already seen it. But for anybody new, I will put a link up in the cards, in the cards above. So Tyrrhenian tells the kids that King Rilaman, who we meet in the last book, The Silver Chair, has been dead for 200 years. Over 200 years. And that he is seventh in descent from him. So it was like his great-great-grandson or something like that. So it's been a long time in Narnia since these kids have been there. But the time that we have here is nothing compared to what they spend in their world. Because when they get back from Narnia, it's as if no time has passed in our world. So it could have just been a split second, and you could come back to this world, and it'd be just the same time as when you left. But with Narnia is different. If you come back to Narnia, it could be 10 years, it could be 200 years that Narnia has its own time continuum. So King Tyrrhenian takes the kids to a part of the castle ruin type structure and gets them something to eat, disguises and helps them. The king is impressed by Eustace and Jill's skills and upbringing, and Jill was pretty good at archery, and Eustace was pretty good at handling a sword. He had not had a round-tipped scimitar, though, so that was difficult for him. So Tyrrhenian frees Jewel, a talking unicorn. She's a new character, and actually she is on the front of the book here. That's Jewel, the unicorn. And a little while later, they find the donkey. They tell the dwarfs that this is not Aslan, like they had been told by Shift, the monkey. So, the dwarfs don't believe him. Tyrrhenian sees people show up from the past, like Diggory and Polly from long ago, and King Peter and Queen Lucy and King Edmund. Susan hadn't been back because she's preoccupied with growing up and getting into some of these worldly things. And it says in the book that she thinks that Narnia is just a story, and that we had such fun, and stuff like that. So they see Aslan again. They find out Narnia is and will forever be a world. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But it is a happy ending. This book has 211 pages and 16 chapters. This is and was a good book. This does have a Kindle edition, although it's not the same cover that I've shown you for the Kindle edition. So that's one main difference about that. This is a good series. I will be doing a video so I can go more in depth about the books, what I liked, what I might not have liked, etc. That video hopefully will be up within the next week or so, a couple weeks or so. I'm trying to kind of pace myself so that I don't get too nervous or anything about what my next video is going to be. So I kind of try and plan those out too. Give me a shout out if you've read this book, if you liked it, if you hated it. I want to know. I will put an Amazon link down in the description below where you can find it. You will also find a playlist in the cards. And down in the video description below of all the other Chronicles of Narnia series videos that I have done. Thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for subscribing. Keep reading. Don't stop believing. And we will see you again tomorrow for another book review. Bye, guys.